Have you ever heard of an old PC game called The Theater? Most people haven't, and many people say it doesn't even exist. But the people who claim they played it say it was one of the creepiest games ever made. They say it came out around the same time as Doom, but it was never popular. It was hard to find, and the only copies people could get were strange bootleg CD-ROMs. Many of those CDs didn't even contain the game, but the real original CD, according to the story, looked extremely weird. The cover was blank white, and the only thing on it was a picture of a character later named the Ticket Taker. He looked like a badly drawn pixel man. Bald head, pale face, big red lips, red vest, white shirt, and black pants. His face had no emotion at all. Some people even say if you broke the disc, the next time you looked at the cover, his face looked angry. But no one knows if that was true. Another strange thing was that the game had no developer name and no description on the back, just the same picture again. When people tried to install it, it usually froze their computer at the licensing agreement screen. And the weirdest part was, where the company name should be written, it was just blank. Like the game had no creator. Some players said the only way to install it was to restart the computer while the disk was still inside. Then, on startup, it forced them to press "I agree," and the game installed. When the game started, there was no intro, just a menu screen showing a movie theater building on an empty street at night. 3 buttons appeared: New Game, Load, and Options. But Options always crashed the game. Load never worked. Even if you saved, nothing happened. So the only button that worked was New Game. Once you pressed it, you were inside the game in first-person view. You were standing in a movie theater lobby. The place was empty and silent. The only person there was the ticket taker, standing in front of a dark hallway that seemed to lead to the theater rooms. There was nothing else to do. You could look at the movie posters on the wall, but they were blurry and hard to read, so the only thing you could do was walk toward the ticket taker. When you got close, a low-quality voice clip played and a text box appeared. It said, "Thank you, please enjoy the movie." Then you walked into the hallway. The screen faded to black, and suddenly you were back in the lobby again, like nothing happened. The same cycle repeated. Walk to him, hear the voice, enter the hallway, fade out, and reset. Again and again. At first, it just looked like a badly made, boring game. But players say if you keep playing, random, creepy things start happening. No one knows when it happens. For some players, it happened early, and for others, it happened after playing hundreds of times. One day, after the screen fades back in, the ticket taker is gone. The lobby is still empty, but now there is only the hallway. Since there is nothing else to do, the player walks into the hallway. The same voice still plays even though no one is there. But this time, the screen does not fade out. Instead, it becomes darker and darker as you keep walking forward. You can still hear your footsteps. It feels like you are walking into nothing. Then suddenly, you stop moving. Like you hit a wall. Everything stays silent for a few seconds. And then a figure appears in front of you. Players describe it as the ticket taker, but with a face that looks like a swirl, like someone erased his face and drew a spiral. This character became known as the Swirly-Head Man. People say the moment they saw him, their body froze and their stomach dropped, even though it was just a pixel game. Nothing happens at first. He just stands there. Then suddenly, the game glitches and a loud screeching sound starts playing. The screen shakes and breaks, and the sound keeps going for what feels like minutes. After that, the game suddenly throws you back into the lobby again like normal. After this moment, players say the game becomes even stranger. For the next few cycles, everything looks normal, but sometimes the Swirly-Head Man appears for a split second in the corner of the screen with a quick screaming sound. Later, the ticket taker starts moving back and forth, but because the game has no real animation, he just hops slightly. His eyes look wide, and his mouth is open like he is scared. Some players said the movie posters were replaced with pictures of the Swirly-Head Man. When they approached the ticket taker, a new voice clip played, but the text box was full of broken symbols like corrupted letters. Many players believe the ticket taker was trying to warn them. Most people think he was saying something like, "Never reach the other levels." Then, after another reset, the game changes one final time. The ticket taker is gone again, and the hallway is blocked by a huge brick wall. If you touch the wall, the game instantly crashes. And that's where the game ends. No one ever finds the other levels. No one knows what they are or what happens if you reach them. And the creepiest part is what players claim after playing. They say even after they stopped, they sometimes saw the Swirly-Head Man in real life, just for a second, out of the corner of their eyes.